The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
What's up, Heidi? Do you think I can do the house sound like this?
Sure, try it.
No, I won't. Welcome to the show, episode, what is this? What would you guess? I bet you don't know. I bet you don't keep track.
267.
Nope. Lower?
247.
Up?
248.
Up?
55.
Yes, 55. F-I-F-T-Y-F-W-I-V-E, 55. I can drive 55.
255.
55.
I hear it when it comes out of my mouth and it's just like, oh,
Like, here we
no.
go. If we were professional, we'd start over. But if I made the flub, I would start the show over.
55.
55. Welcome to the show. 2 orders of business. First, I would like to thank our patron, Mr. Lee Walker, one of your favorites.
I love Lee Walker.
This motherfucker, this guy.
He's from Ireland.
Yes, he is, Heidi. Good job. Come here. Bring your head over here. Come on. Come on.
No.
Come over here.
No, you're going to slap me.
No, I'm going to pat you on the head.
Oh.
Good job, Heidi.
Oh, thank you.
Good job. You have a soft skull. Is your skull fully formed?
Skull?
It's like gummy. I'm kidding.
Oh
She's checking. She's fucking checking. Do I have a soft skull?
Oh my God.
No, your skull is very hard. Mr. Lee Walker, a longtime patron, he did something that is just such a sweet move.
What'd he do?
This guy jumped tiers. He went from the $10 tier to the $20 tier. I mean,
What?
this guy,
Mr. Lee Walker.
he was so sick of not being able to see us early that he jumped the tiers so he could see your face, my face, and Todd's sleeveless sweatshirts. So thank you, Lee, for doing that. That's very, very kind.
Sweatshirts.
Enjoy your new perks, and everyone else, please go to Patreon, pick a tier that works for you, and support this show. First order of business. Second order of business. Now that, famed, star producer, superstar extraordinaire Dave Heartthrob Brown is back in the mix. We introduced him a couple weeks ago, and then after his first show, he left town. So we did 2 weeks of shows without him, which you'll notice in the editing. None of the fun stuff that he's been adding, but now that he's back.
I did notice that.
Yeah. They've been the show.
I didn't realize that he. Yeah.
Unfollow the show on YouTube until Dave gets back to work.
Yeah.
Don't do that, please. Please don't do that. But when we introduced Dave, I made a comment. It was a joke about old Darren, our old producer Darren, and I made a comment that he didn't do anything when he was here. Complete joke. Darren's in on the joke. We've said it to him many times when he was with us, and Todd made a comment too, and one of our listeners wrote into me and said that came off as like cold and kind of shitty, which I usually don't respond to any kind of criticism because I don't care. But when it comes to someone like Darren or our listeners, like I do care, and I want to set the record straight that comment wasn't like a dig at Darren. Like, he's been in on the joke when he was here. We made the comments all the time. Darren is still part of this family. He'll be back here when he's in LA. Like, there was zero hard feelings. He is loved by everybody. So if that was taken poorly by anyone, apologies, was not the intention.
I'm glad you got my email.
Yeah, great. Well done. Well done. You could have used a pseudonym or like a different, like a burner account.
I did Schmighty.
Heidi Sabrina
Ben Lassel
thinks that you're a piece of shit. So anyway, I'm happy that's worked out. Hopefully Darren should be in LA sometime kind of soon, and I think he'll be here.
Good.
And we're going to have him and Heartthrob fight.
Yes.
Which kind of makes it a race war, which is weird.
What are they going to wear?
What would you wear if you had to fight Darren, Dave?
I'm going Greek.
Nice.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
nice.
dude.
Yes.
Why is it that people, if someone were to attack you naked, why does that feel scarier? It should be less scary because you can just grab whatever you want and pull it off.
I don't know. I've never gone naked and fought. Go on. Sorry. I don't know. I just
Are you sure you haven't?
It just feels exciting, I think.
That's it too. And also, if you're hard, you can put someone's fucking eye out.
Yeah.
You know, if we're talking strategies, what? Yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. That's it. What do you got?
Speaking of, how is your junk?
You want to see it? Want me to?
No, I want to know
Pop it
about
out?
your vasectomy.
Well, last week we recorded the day before the big day. I went in for the I went in for the vasectomy on September 12th.
Side effect from your vasectomy.
Cocaine habit. So I went in, and everyone's familiar. We've been talking about it for months, I feel like. So I go in there, and you know, I'm nervous as fuck because I've been, you know, my balls are sensitive, and it's a scary thing. It's a procedure, and I don't have many of those, so it's new for me.
Well, you explained it. They go in with like a fish hook and go into your fucking balls and like pull out this. Like I'm picturing like behind a TV or stereo, like all these like
What?
like you know like cords,
wires, cables.
Cables.
That's kind of what it is.
And they pick it out. And they just dig up in there until
All right,
they get it.
I need Heartthrob's opinion on this, because whenever I talk about it, I feel it. I feel it in my balls. When people talk about ball pain, do you feel it? Why are your eyes fluttering? Are you getting dizzy?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never stopped and really thought about it.
So whenever I talk about it or think about it, like the
I
pain
feel
of
it
the
in my
exam,
balls.
you do. I thought you might. I see you squirming, but I feel it in my balls, like the way he examined me and the pain he caused me. I feel it when I talk about it. So I go in for the appointment. Dickless drives me in, and I'm nervous, but I'm like, I have to do this. I want to do this. I'm in the lobby waiting. I know I need to puff my inhaler. This is taking my breath away.
And did she go in with you? Was she allowed to?
To the room?
Yeah.
No. So I was pacing, and the guy was like 20 minutes late getting me in there. So I'm just like, I'm walking around the lobby. Obviously, I'm very traumatized by this.
Oh my God.
So I'm walking around, prepping myself, trying to get like, okay, you got to do this. It's going to be over. It's a 15-minute procedure. And then it's like a day of discomfort. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
50-minute procedure?
15.
Oh,
15.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's quick. It's quick.
Yeah.
And so they bring me into the office, to the surgical room. It's just like a doctor's office. And the nurse is there. She goes, you know, take your pants off and underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, you can leave your socks on, but I'm like, hell yeah, that's how I do it anyway. That's what a man does, leaves his socks on.
Hello.
So I said, you know, take this sheet and lay down, cover yourself. And again, I don't know if Heartthrob experiences this or other guys out there. I want to know if you do. Comment below. When you're nervous or scared, my penis, for one, it shrinks down like 80% of what it usually is when it's just in a normal dangle.
80%.
It's pitiful. Like, it looks like someone's changing a newborn. Don't laugh that much. Don't laugh that much.
Where do your balls go?
On the outside of my body where they're always at. So, but also, here's another part.
It like curls up.
I'll tell you the whole thing.
like,
So I also, to add to the baby cock and balls look that I'm talking about, they also ask you to shave your balls completely the night before, like from the base to the whole bag. So now I have this like tiny bald little penis and balls. Like my erect dick size it's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm happy with it. It's cool. But when it's scared, it's so bad. I hated it.
Does that happen to you too? Is that like a guy thing? Is it a not to not say it? It's not a guy thing.
Yeah,
scared penis is real.
I guess I haven't been to like a doctor in so long. Nobody's touched it in forever.
Yeah, sorry
so
about
I'm
that.
not sure.
Right.
What about when you're if I drive for a long time, it gets small from driving for like hours and hours.
Really?
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets embarrassing.
Right. When
Yeah.
you don't want anyone to see it.
Yeah.
Like
Driving for hours?
Yeah, because it just sits and then just slowly falls into it. It collapses like I don't know.
What?
Whatever. So I'm laying in there. I'm on the bed or the bed.
Oh yeah.
Recline, like he's gonna
With
come in
my
and
socks on.
Get there and come and suck this thing at any moment. So I'm laying there, and they give me this paper, the paper
yeah,
sheet, and all I'm thinking about is like this tiny dick of mine. So I'm like waiting for the doctor to come in, but I also want to fluff it up just so it's not. I just want it to be a little bit fuller, so when even another man sees it,
So
and the female nurse, the assistant nurse or the assistant doctor, she wasn't gross. So I also wanted her to be like impressed and want to put it in her mouth or whatever feelings people go through. I don't know. So I'm trying to like bang it around underneath the sheet.
Like a cat?
Yeah, sort of like playing with it, just like, just hoping it just like some blood goes to it. To no avail. So he comes in and, I'm vulnerable and he's like, how are you? I'm like, I'm nervous. He goes, did you take a Xanax? I said, no, I didn't know that I could. He goes, oh, because the nurse said that too. Did you take a Xanax? So there's two people saying,
oh, did they give you some?
no. No one fucking told. I would have loved to take one, but I didn't know if the Xanax would counteract the local anesthesia. So I just went in sober. And he seemed annoyed that no one told me to take a Xanax. So I'm like, this is going to hurt so fucking bad.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking pull my balls completely off. He didn't, but, so I'm like, yeah, no Xanax. And, he goes, I remember last time you were in for your exam for the consultation, you were pretty sensitive. So I just want to check and see where we're at, see if that was like a one-time thing or see how it's going. So he does the same kind of exam where he's like under my balls and like, I don't know if he's pinching something or pushing like pressure points, but it hurt. Like it was painful and like super uncomfortable, like pressure. And I'm like squirming. Like I did like one like full on like hip shift where he looked at me and he's like, had this like concerned look and he goes, He goes, we talked about a couple ideas when you were here last time about like ways to handle this. Did you think about those? I said, yeah. You mentioned I could do laughing gas or I could do, be put under a full on,
Anesthesia?
Yeah. Anesthesia. And I said, but it was just, that was out of pocket. It was like $1 or $2 grand to put me under and insurance wouldn't cover it. And he goes, okay. And he keeps kind of poking around and it hurts. And he goes, I have to be honest with you, Dan. I don't know that we should do this today. And I was like, and I said, I'm like, fuck. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes, just, I'm barely touching you and you're having a strong reaction. And I was like, does this happen to other people? Because I've definitely had some patients that are this sensitive and we've had to put them under. I'm like, damn it. I just felt so defeated because I really want this done. I've been building up and waiting for it. And I was like proud of myself that I'm finally going through it. And he was like, I said, he said, if you're feeling this much pain now, it's going to hurt a lot more once we get in there. And the moment he said that, I'm like, all right, then we're not doing it. If it's going to hurt,
fish hook.
Stop saying it. Stop. That's the part that I hate is they make an incision. They get this little hook to pull all this like bundle of veins and nerves out of your sac. It's a very small amount, but they have to like. He's like, I haven't even found your vas deferens yet, which is the thing that they cut and cauterize.
I love that band, by the way.
The vas deferens are so good.
So good.
Their first stuff's better. Then they sold it.
Yeah, their second album's like.
So long story short, he was like, we're not doing this today.
Wow.
So I didn't fucking get it done.
But no, I'm glad you didn't though, because I'm glad you're going to be put out. You shouldn't be awake for those things. That's ridiculous.
Well, most people are. Like so many people. First of all, thank you to all you fucking assholes that like sent me your horror stories of how much it hurt and how your balls blew up to the size of grapefruits and you couldn't walk for a month. Like thank you guys for support. I love it. But a lot of people are like, it's nothing. You don't feel anything. You're walking around the next day, but it was just really disappointing.
Sorry.
And now I have to wait again and maybe do it after Thanksgiving or something. But
yeah, but I always think that these things happen for reasons. So maybe there would have been a complication that day or something.
I appreciate that.
It's the universe saying, no, let's just wait.
I just hope it's not the universe saying
or maybe you
need to be a father. Fuck that. I will push Dickless down the stairs so many times. I will hit her with my car. She'll be sleeping.
I think that she probably would throw herself down the stairs.
She would be part of it. She'd be like, throw me. She'd be sleeping in the middle of the night. I would just jump on her stomach.
Oh, no.
Every day for 9 months until that kid shoots out of her ass, whatever happens.
That'd be a cute little baby.
Yeah, so it didn't happen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. But I will say it was very nice. So many of you sent messages the day after, like checking on me and saying, I hope it went well. How are your balls? Well, they're still fine. Still busting some sick ass loads.
Nice.
Things are good. Yep. So that's that.
Are great.
Yep, that's
Fantastic.
that. Thanks.
I have a new thing that I hate. Like,
Yeah.
is that me? Is that me?
It might have been you or fucking Heartthrob being like, oh, here's another fucking Heidi story.
It was all the ball talk.
It was. Gets you heaving and hovering. Hovering. What the fuck? Anyway.
Havering and hovering. Yeah. So I went to New York last week. It was amazing.
Fuck New York. I don't like it.
I drove into the city and then I drove with my cousin's best friend that I've known since she was like 8. We drove up to the Catskills and we drove through a hurricane.
Why is it called that?
I don't know.
It bothers me.
Question.
It bothers me immensely.
But she's in a little town called Delhi and it's like Wisconsin on steroids. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Wait,
well, Wisconsin is fucking beautiful. And you'll see. Have you driven through Wisconsin?
Heidi, I've been on tour for 18 years.
Okay, but have you driven through Wisconsin?
Yes,
and actually
multiple times.
looked outside?
No one looks outside. Newbies look outside. After your first tour, you don't look outside anymore.
You're like looking like, oh, what's out there? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's beautiful, like beautiful green. But they had, the Adirondacks.
Whenever you're ready, just say the word.
Adirondack,
Adirondack, I think. 55.
Adirondrax?
Did you say just now Adirondrax?
Adirondacks? Did I say it right?
Eventually, yeah.
Adirondacks. Adirondack? It sounds so
say it backwards.
Weird. Nope.
Quickly, say it backwards. Try.
Cataracts. There's an I like
that it ends with an S, but you still started with an A.
Yeah,
anyway,
thanks.
Yeah.
So I have at the airport. I'm waiting for. First off, I bought a bunch of edibles for my aunt because she wanted some, but they're legal in New York. So I'm like, why are you?
Yeah, tell her I got for fucking lazy ass and get them herself.
But
give me her number.
So I put some in my check-on bag, and I honestly
it's called a carry-on bag.
No, my checked bag, not my carry-on.
All right.
Because I thought the SWAT team was gonna I got off the plane, and when you go into the room at JFK, and I see these 2 guys, and they look like SWAT guys, I was like, oh, fuck.
You thought they were there for you?
Yes, like I was like, this is it. I'm getting.
It's legal.
No, but you can't. I did all the research. You're not allowed to fly with them.
We know about your history of research. You can fly with edibles. As long as you take off from a place where it's legal and land where it's legal, you can do whatever you want.
Show me where it says that, please. Because I looked it up and it says, even though you're going to a state even though you're going to a state that it is illegal, you are not technically, it's not legal to carry them across state lines.
I think you learned this on TikTok.
Because you pass through Indiana, Montana, all those.
I tell them to go around. Like, can we go around Indiana and Arizona, please?
Wait, so
waiting.
We're waiting for our luggage. 20 minutes goes by.
What?
25 minutes goes by. A half an hour, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Then all of a sudden, there's a girl in back of me, and she had just got. No, she just got in one of those, those stands that have all like the healthy foods in them. They have them at all the airports now. They've got salads and. Anyhow, she'd gotten a salad because it was taking half hour because I'm about to be arrested and be on the show that's on Discovery Channel where they check the bags and they find all the shit.
Heidi Tassell, 30 to life.
Yeah. So all of a sudden she takes her box.
Ooh, what?
Her salad thing. And you know how people put the dressing in it and they shake it. I turned around and she smiled at me and I was like, oh. And then another 5 minutes goes by. And I turn around and I was like...
Was this on the plane or was this at baggage?
Waiting at baggage. But in my ear, like right behind me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Stop it. Just eat your fucking salad. And now I see it all over Los Angeles. Everybody's fucking shaking their salad with the fucking... And they learned it from the Kardashians because they did it on their show all the fucking time.
I think that's been learned for the last 30 or 40 years.
Maybe,
when people
but the Kardashians do it too. I don't watch that show, but I saw a clip where they're like, oh my God, and they're doing this with their fucking salad.
You based your entire opinion on one clip of the Kardashians. Like, they invented salad. I don't know if you guys know that.
But she was fucking, it's just shaking it. Stop.
Your anger towards it
I was so mad
makes me
at
so
her.
happy.
I was so mad at her. And I finally, like the third look, she
Third?
there was 1, 2, and then the third look, I looked at
Can I ask you a
her,
question?
and I didn't look at her in the face. I looked at the salad thing because I was like, and I made a face like,
It's a Karen-ass move. I love it.
She stopped midway, and then she put it down. So I was like, stop, go fucking do it outside or something. Like,
Why didn't you walk away?
it's a very good question. I don't know. I didn't want to move too much because I
say that, but I wouldn't have left either. I would rather sit there and be upset than win by walking away.
Because if I would have walked away, I would have seen her and just been like, oh, like.
Real question.
Her like.
Had you walked away to get away from it, what would you have done if she walked towards you and kept doing it?
Probably clotheslined her. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the biggest problem for you is that
Irritating.
the moment you realized you hated it, now it's all you're going to notice.
Oh, I saw it all this week. People with their sweet greens, like, I'm pretty sure it's mixed up in there now. Like,
That's fucking
do
funny.
like some tongs or something, or take 2 forks and do it.
Yeah, that's
but
funny.
everyone's saying, "Oh my God!" And then did you say, and then they're like shaking their fucking salads.
I love your disdain for people. Welcome to the show.
Oh my
You're
God.
doing good. How was your trip overall?
It was amazing.
Can you tell people what you went for?
I went for my cousin's 30th birthday, and she owns a ranch, and she has horseback riding trails. They own I think it's 100 acres. So it's this. Oh my God, it's so fucking.
Did you ride
cool.
horses?
I did.
Did you come?
No.
What's
no,
the
I
point?
was actually in pain, and now I know why cowboys. And I couldn't stop singing, "I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande."
don't
And
know
my
it.
cousin
I
was
don't
like,
know it.
what is that from? And I'm like, I'll show you. And I showed her at the end, but I couldn't stop.
I wish you came back bow-legged. So
I
bad.
had to put some arnica on him because I rode a few times and it just was
What's the word? Is salve a word? Salve?
salve. Yeah, salve.
Is that like a cream?
Yeah. There's a walk-in salve that my grandmother used to use, and they still make it, and it cures everything. I swear.
Oh, maybe it can cure your fucking busted ass knee you just broke. You see the walking salve? That sounds great. What'd you just do?
Oh, I hit that part of my knee.
Fucking, you deserve it.
Oh my God, I'm gonna pass out.
Do it, I dare you.
Oh, you
That'd
know
be-
that soft part of your knee?
Pass out. Let's clip it. That's great.
Oh God.
The soft part of your knee.
Oh, yeah, that little part of your knee that's like. Anyhow.
You
But I
deserve
had
that for the salad.
I had a great
Salad
time.
vent is why that just happened.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, that's why that
these
just
poor
happened.
people are just trying to eat healthy, and I'm like, will you fucking just stop with this?
Sugar. How many times you got to do it?
Right.
A couple
I mean,
times.
over and over again.
Yeah, a couple times.
What, you want every little green?
Couple,
like,
2,
just
3
like-
times.
Yeah. Stupid.
You mentioned you were singing that cow song. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you guys what I've been singing for the last 3 days? It's a commercial. Do you know what it is? Look like you might know.
Chia.
BK, have it your way. BK, just that.
Burger King?
That's correct.
Is that a new jingle they have?
Maybe last year, a couple of years, maybe.
Oh.
But yeah, a couple of years. But it's
I don't see a lot of.
it's burned in my
commercials.
brain, and it's like I might take my own life. It's a tough one. It won't get out of there. It won't get out.
Remember
and
when-
I've infected Dickless with it.
Oh, and she sings it too?
Yeah, we sing in unison. We harmonize.
Oh my God. Remember when jingles were the best? I mean, the best. And they made like records
yeah.
of the best, like.
Do you
Commercial.
remember any of your favorite jingles?
Oh yeah.
Chewy, chocolatey, crunchy, Hershey, doodad, Skidamarie, Ritz's face, whatchamacallit, whatever it is, whatever it was, chocolatey, chocolate, whatchamacallit, chewy, chocolatey, crunchy, Hershey.
Never heard of that.
Double
before.
cheeseburger burger, please.
Nope, never heard of that.
Have you ever watched television?
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Was that Alka-Seltzer? That's pretty good. My favorite one. Do you guys remember the Elio's pizza commercial? Mm-mm. How does it start? It's a little kid.
Where did you grow up? Oh, in Ohio.
We talked about this.
Ohio.
Ohio,
Are we gonna have this chat?
Colorado.
Are we gonna have this chat every time he's on the show?
Yep, probably.
Okay.
I'm 1,000 years old.
The best. Wait, Elio's pizza. What the fuck is it?
Elio's Pizza. Was
No.
it that?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I can't remember how it starts, but like it's a little kid talking about Elio's Pizza, and Elio's Pizza is square. Really, you break it off and you stick it in the toaster thing, and tons of cheese goes blub blub blub. And the best part about Elio's is my brother has to make it for me, which is very convenient.
I don't know that one.
You recite a fucking commercial.
I liked it's shake and bake, and I helped.
And I helped with Shake and Bake? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't. I thought it was something else.
It's shake
70s?
and bake, and I helped. Yeah.
Shake and Bake doesn't. My mom made the best Shake and Bake pork chops.
My mom
It don't
too.
happen no mo.
Nope. Nope.
It's bullshit. We gotta bring back Shake and Bake. We should have a Shake and Bake episode where we just shake and bake everything. Monsters.
Can I also talk about something
Don't
else
ask.
I hate?
Don't ask. Just talk about things.
Jesus Christ. So on the plane.
I'm on a plane.
On the way back, I got mint. So first class in JetBlue because I had it before. I had like a special thing, so I got to upgrade. It was wonderful. But usually when you fly on JetBlue, you get these little boxes of things, and they have like samples, like almost like it's so cool. And you get like some lotion.
Oh, just mint or regular JetBlue?
Just mint. And like these eye things and compression socks and lip gloss and like lotion and sunscreen.
How big is this? It's like a backpack full of stuff?
It's like a little, like a
Okay.
container. So I had to go up and I was like, hey, do we get the little box things? She goes, oh, you have to ask now. And I'm like, I just flew like 3 months ago. She goes, yeah, we're trying to cut corners. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I asked and she's like, it's really nothing. And she handed me it. It was like this thin. I was like, oh, I got like a lip gloss. But anyhow, that's rich people problems. But my thing was,
you're rich now?
Completely.
Wow, things have turned around. Thank you, Patreon.
But so when your plane lands, it's like elevator. It's like when you get off of an elevator, the people that are about to get on, you wait for the people in the fucking elevator. You don't just start to go on it.
I know where this is going.
And so I was like row 4. And there was a guy, I swear to God, probably was in row 13. The minute we like land,
Storage.
he runs up and is
No.
in back of me. And I did everything. I like reached, like I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. I like hit him in the he was a young
Did
guy.
I punch you in the balls? I'm so sorry, sir.
He was a really young guy. And I just looked, and this other guy was like, excuse me, can you watch out? And he was just right in back of us, just like right. What? Why are people
This is
like
interesting
that?
because I want to get it. I would like to talk about this for the rest of the show if we can. I could do plane etiquette we could do a month long of plane etiquette. But here's the thing. There's one time I did that early in my flying days, and someone said like, hey man, we don't do that. I'm like, what? He goes, you just don't rush forward. I'm like, but I don't have any overhead bags. He goes, it doesn't matter. You just don't do that.
That was this guy too. It was just him and his body.
But I understand the thinking. I understand why you would do that.
Right.
But it is kind of like a no-no. It's a big no-no move. One thing I do, if I'm on an aisle seat, which I always am, I do get up as soon as the thing goes off, and I like to get ready.
Yeah.
And people that give you shit for doing that bothers me. Are you a get up guy?
It depends. Generally, no.
If you're on the aisle, you'll wait.
Yeah, unless it's like
You, sir,
if
are
it's a
fucking
super
annoying.
long flight,
Yeah.
I'll get up just to stretch my legs.
That's
but
kind of where I'm
generally,
at. I'd just rather be standing, I think.
I had a good one today.
Okay.
We pulled up to the gate,
Yeah.
and the pilot came on. He said, we can't go forward. We have to wait for the ground crew. We're like 10 feet from the gate. 5 minutes goes by. Then he gets back on. He's like, ground crew's here, but we have to wait until everyone's in their seats. and it was another like 5 or 10 minutes because somebody got up and went to the bathroom.
Oh, God.
So a plane of hundreds of people just waiting 10 feet from the jetway.
Oh,
Somebody
God.
couldn't hold it.
Oh, God. Please.
God.
Please, for the love of God.
Murder.
But if I'm not in an aisle and the plane, the seatbelt sign goes off and people don't get up, I'm like, dude, you got to get this thing started. You got to fucking get up and get your shit ready. People that wait until it's their turn to get off the plane and then get up and then open the overhead, execution. They should be
you're
killed.
taking so much
we should
time.
all be able to walk
Yes.
past fucking lock in a sock and just fuck a whack like in prison style. Everyone gets one shot in this motherfucker.
Also, I noticed something, and it was
One more thing, please.
yeah,
Can I say something?
Of course.
When you're in the aisle and the person behind you keeps bumping into you, back the fuck
my
up.
God.
I almost punched a guy a year or two ago who was like, I got my backpack on. I keep getting like the nudge.
Oof.
Like, I'll give you one.
Yeah,
I'll even
one
give you
is
two.
Okay. Yeah.
The third one, I kind of look around. The fourth one, I'm like, dude, I said, can you please back the fuck up? I'm like, where are you going? It's not open yet. Just stop bumping into me. He goes, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. I was like, how do you not notice your chest hitting the person in front of you? Maybe open your fucking eyes. And why are we talking about this? Man, I'm so upset. Go ahead. What's yours?
Well, there's two things. One was before we boarded at JFK, they were.
Which is short for John F. Kennedy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a world traveler, so
crazy.
anyway.
So it said any disabled people, whatever. And there was a gentleman and his daughter, daughter. Well, I was standing.
Did you pull out the limp? You're talking about
No.
You didn't pull the limp out?
So I was standing in the way, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I backed up, and this young girl had, I don't know what she had. She had some mental health, or not mental health. She was physically disabled
Yep.
and mentally disabled. Is that that's the
Sure.
appropriate thing to say?
Yeah, sure.
And she said, that's okay. She looked at me and she goes, "You're pretty." And I go, "Oh, I like you." I almost started to cry though. I was like, "Oh," and then I was behind them, as they're getting on the plane, and she got to meet the pilots. And then, so I was behind them again, and I go, "I saw what you got to do." And she turned around, she's like, "I know, I got to meet the pilots," and her little voice, and oh my God. And she turned around, I started to cry because I was like, oh my God, poor little thing. And here I am complaining about fucking people,
Yeah.
but like,
I wanted more
poor
lip
thing.
gloss. This girl can't walk and she can't think for herself, and I wish I had more lip gloss.
I need some compression socks because my legs get. But so this is what I saw. I observed. The two flight attendants were African American. They were black and they were lovely, and I love them. They were
Cool
they
disclaimer.
Were fun. No, I'm just saying, like, they were like super.
They were
fun.
good ones. These ones were good. I checked their criminal records. Totally clean. Everything's good. No fear.
And I actually have a friend named Lynette,
Lynette?
who is a flight attendant for JetBlue, and I asked her if she knew her, and she said, "Yes, I do. We're on the same route." Okay, so whenever I get upgraded to first class or business class or whatever, I always have an issue when people from back there use the bathroom.
Don't you dare. Oh, you're such a fucking bitch.
Okay, I don't know why.
You fly first class once every 3 years, and you're like, this is my bathroom, you fucking piece of shit.
I don't know what that is, but I was like, what are they? That's my bad. Like, stupid. I know. So I saw an Asian woman come up there with a mask on, which she had a mask on, so whatever. But she had a mask on, and they turned her away. And so they're like, no, you have to go use the bathroom. And the bathroom was only like 2 steps back from where I was.
We have an Asian bathroom in the back. It's much smaller.
So
go back there.
and then it happened again with like a young guy. And then all of a sudden,
Was that the Asian guy's name?
Yeah.
Young guy?
No, that's horrible. We're just gonna get that email again.
Fuck it.
So, but it happened like a couple more times. So I was like, oh yeah.
Send them back,
they're
these
on it.
pieces of shit.
Then all of a sudden,
Your friend?
there was this beautiful middle-aged black man with this cool little hat on, and I saw him like as he passed by, and they let him go. And then there was another like younger black guy, and they let him go, and I was like, oh, you didn't let those people go, and you're letting, wow. No.
They have a term for that. It's
What
called
is that?
affirmative action.
Is that what it's called? No, it's not. But I found it very interesting. I was like,
Like
wow.
they didn't. Like, do you think they were trying to like avoid a lawsuit or something?
No, I think that they were just. I think that that's how.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I think
wait a
it
minute.
was.
So are you saying that you think that the black
Well, the men
flight
were
attendants?
very handsome.
So you think the black flight attendants were allowing other black passengers to use the first class
funny.
bathroom, but not the whites or Asians? I think I might be fine with it.
Yeah, like
If
I
they have
was
the power
like,
to give some
whatever.
wins here and there, I'd love it.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
but now we need to talk about
it was interesting
about
I noticed that.
your problem, your disorder of being in first class once and feeling like you can decide who uses your bathroom and who doesn't.
I don't
Because
know what
I
that
actually
is.
looked this up the other day because I was on a flight
Yeah.
and I was like second row out of first or
Yeah.
business. I was, up front, but I was still in the regular main cabin. And that business class toilet, it's right there.
Right.
It's right there.
Right.
But the other one is like all the way back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should just use that front one. So I went to the back one because I just didn't want to be the person who like gets looks from people like you. And afterwards I Googled it and said, can passengers use the first class or business toilet? And there's no correct answer. Some airlines and some staff are against it and some are for it. It just depends on the flight.
Interesting.
But I have a feeling that everyone in business has the same shit attitude that you have. That's my guess.
But then I saw a couple people, because obviously I couldn't sleep on the flight. There was a couple people that just like march up there. Hi, opened the door and went to the bathroom. They didn't have an issue with it. It was the people that came up and were like, "Can I use the bathroom?" Like, no, you got to go down there.
Can we talk about why
So you
you're
just have
problem
to
with
be
it?
like,
What is the like?
I don't know. I think it's like I paid
let's break this
for this special expensive thing. I want my own bathroom.
But you're sharing it with 8
This
or
is VIP.
12 other people.
I'm just kidding.
Wow. No, but you're not kidding. Because there's something.
No, but there's
you mean
I
that.
don't know. And it's funny because I asked my boyfriend that too, or I said something about that, and he's like, "Oh, I hate that one." And I'm like, "Well, but why though? Because it's just a bathroom. They all smell the same, and they're all like, there's nothing special. It's
No.
as dirty as
There's
fuck.
still
like,
piss
it's
all over the
disgusting.
floor in
yeah,
there.
it's like so. I
It's a
don't
weird
know
thing.
what that is.
This is something that is.
Now
it's
I
like,
feel really bad.
No, don't feel bad because I think it's a very normal thing. But everyone in the world talks about like, we just need to be kinder. We need to like we're all humans. We're all sharing this place together, and you're a very generous. You're a very caring person. So it's funny when you get in that position and you're like,
well, it wasn't even.
Who are you?
Well, it wasn't even.
What are you,
like,
poor?
Like
Get the fuck out of here.
No, but it's not like that. I don't think that. I'm just like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, when I'm back there, I have to use the bathroom back there. It's like that thinking. I think I'm the only one because I'm like.
You're not the only one. I really think this is a common thing.
It was funny. There was a guy that passed and he looked at me and goes, "Man, I gotta up my game and get up here because I had my own little like cubicle thing." And I looked at him and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't talk to you." And he laughed really hard. It was,
Keep walking, peasant boy.
was,
But I know what you mean. Like I've been upgraded just a couple times. But like when you're sitting up there, it's shitty, but you do feel better than people.
I mean, you're drinking out of glass. I had
They give you a drink
lasagna.
before
I
you
had
even.
pulled pork with a fig au jus. I had a chicken masala. I had
How many fucking meals did you have in this thing?
We had it was
4-hour
like
flight, 6 meals.
tapas. It was a 6-hour flight,
Yep.
but like tapas, and I had this like special drink that she made, this non-alcoholic like ginger, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It's a different experience.
Don't use my bathroom.
It's so fascinating. It's really fascinating.
I feel like a dick now for saying that, but I'm not. That
I appreciate you being
I'm not
honest.
That person though.
And that's why I'm
it's
fascinated.
Weird. It's
because
weird that I felt like that.
it's just a thing, which explains why capitalism will never go away. Like we love it.
But it was weird though. The people that they picked and chose to sit, I don't know, because there was like these
It's
younger.
very clear. It makes sense to me.
Well, no, there's that too. But there was an older gentleman that they turned away, and I was like, he's old. And then I felt bad, like, oh man, you should let him go. He might have like a prostate issue or something. But the bathroom was right in back of me, so it wasn't like it was that far. Does that make sense? So I see where they would. And some flights have like a curtain. And then if you're like, I've done that before where I peeked through and then I like went to the bathroom really fast.
So you've
I feel so bad.
So you've
like,
been the person.
yeah, I had to pee really bad and it was like
wait a
long
minute.
line.
So you've used the business.
Of course,
but when you're in there, it bothers you.
Totally. I'm a horrible.
No, you're a human. Like
being.
I said, this is what we do. That's really strange, though.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
Speaking of planes, did you hear about in the news today about the missing jet?
What?
Do you hear about this? So
What?
there's a in South Carolina. There was a was it Navy or was it Navy jet?
I don't know.
It's an F-35. It's an $80 million jet that for some reason the pilot ejected out of, and we haven't heard yet why he ejected, but they cannot find the plane anywhere.
What, in South Carolina?
South Carolina, and the plane wasn't crashing. So we need to find out why he ejected, but the thing just kept flying. It just the fucking plane kept going, and they had like hundreds and hundreds.
Why is that not breaking news?
It
on
is.
My phone?
I mean, it's been everywhere. But
I must not
look it up
have
right
a
now.
right- I
But
must-
see if they figured it out. But the he ejected. It kept flying. They've had hundreds, if not like 1,000 drones all over the area trying to find it, and they're asking.
Oh, here it is.
They're asking the public if you guys
it's
find a jet, like fucking hit us up on Twitter.
They've
Well,
got
no.
flyers on telephone
That's
poles.
it. Did you see the guy who put on eBay? There's a guy in South Carolina who put used F-35 jet, $80 million, and the shipping was $5.50, which is hilarious.
Beautiful.
But
Well, they said they found debris
oh, they did.
north of Charleston.
Oh, they did. So
One
it did
day
crash.
after.
Well, it happened today, I think. But literally, like the it was all over Twitter. Like if you find this jet, just hit us up, shoot us a DM, let us know those that
So did he
address.
live? Did the guy live?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Jesus Christ.
But I want to know why he ejected.
Well, there's a lot of people saying that the government is going to do the whole Werner von Braun thing. Brown?
Brown.
Werner von Braun. And there's allegedly going to be a fake alien invasion thing that's going to happen. And they said they're going to start with like fighter jets and also planes.
I don't think it's going to be fake. I don't think it's going to be a fake invasion.
And what they want is the whole, like, all the governments to get together and bond as one. For some reason, I don't understand. I think that sounds like a great
we
thing.
brought this
but
up before, but I want to know what is the angle?
I know. I don't.
What
I
is the
don't-
reason for a fake invasion?
Let me
Yeah.
ask my brother-in-law really quick.
Yeah,
'cause
please.
he's,
Because I mean, we all know how I feel. Everyone in this room is into the UFO thing. Heartthrob and I have had some very long, amazing chats about it.
if we could we call him and ask
course.
him?
Go on your Bluetooth and look for the
Let me just see
Roadcaster.
if he can talk real quick.
Yeah. Whoa, we're in tune.
We were.
Pretty good.
I also have a funny thing. So my niece, I don't know if she listens to this. It's not a bad thing. She liked this guy, and he liked her back.
Like a boy? They're young, right?
Yeah, she's 16. No, she's 15.
Okay.
And he didn't text her for 4 hours, and she broke up with him and said, "I know my worth, and I deserve better." And my sister's like, "Oh, Lord."
She is going to have the longest, loneliest life a person
4
can have.
hours?
Dude.
I've gone fucking days with no text, like, and still like, "Oh, I love you."
4 hours.
It's okay.
She needs to be sat down and just like, this is not how things work.
Right.
God, we're so fucked.
4 hours.
Our world is so fucked.
Let me try to call him real quick.
Well, connect to the Bluetooth on here.
yeah,
Go to
yeah,
Bluetooth.
Because he has a real good Bluetooth on.
I'm gonna debate this motherfucker.
And he just went to a thing called
Phenomicon.
and he spoke a bunch there because he's so with Skinwalker Ranch and
Can he get us on the ranch?
I think so.
I will pay for all of us to go there if we can go to the ranch.
That'd be so awesome. And scary though, because you know that you can bring things home with you. And
do you
after,
know what it's called?
Hitchhiker.
Hitchhiker effect, yeah.
And after they went, like their second time with my sister, and then my sister about a week later, he was gone. My sister woke up to a noise that was like, wake up. And she woke up and her whole house was on fire. And it was weird because they don't know where it started, but it almost killed her.
I have a friend who was at the ranch and got the hitchhiker effect. They brought something home to him and his wife. Mm-hmm.
At the ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Let me see if he's there.
And someday, did you connect to the fucking thing?
Yeah.
It's not on there. It doesn't say you're connected.
Oh, hold on.
Lie much?
Where am I supposed to be? What's
Bluetooth.
it called? Yeah. Well, what's
It's called
it
Rodecaster Pro.
It's not on there.
Give me your phone.
Don't be so mad. Don't use my bathroom.
Why do you have 1,000? It's right there. The one that says Rodecaster fucking.
Oh wait, he's calling me. It says wait.
Yeah.
Ryan. Hello. Hey,
Put the speaker in the mic.
I'm doing I'm on the podcast, and we have a question. Is that okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks for the heads up.
No. I just sent a message. Wait, I'm trying to do it on the. Wait, it says that. Hold, please.
Forget it.
Okay, so we have a question about some alien stuff,
Okay.
and this is Dan
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Dan. Good. Hi, Dan.
and Heartthrob.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask a question.
So what Werner von Braun
Werner von Braun.
Yeah.
he was saying about how it's going to be a fake invasion thing, and that
The
they're
final
going to
card.
and that they're going to start with like fighter jets and alien or planes. Is that true? And why
What is the strategy? What's the angle?
what's the angle is what they're asking.
I mean, it's way out there, and it's the same angle we've been warned about since the 80s, the NWO. You know, the one unite under one world government.
Oh.
Just like Ronald Reagan when he gave the speech, you know, how would we all react when he's in the
An
United
alien
Nations?
threat.
How would we all react? Would all our differences suddenly disappear if we
we're
all had a
faced
common
with an
enemy
alien
from outer space? And he's kind of given the prelude to this need to unite the world against a deceptive common enemy.
Right.
It's a great way to instill that fear, a universal fear among all of us, to basically unite under one government. No more America, no more Russia, just one international leadership.
Ryan, it's Dan. How are you?
Hi, Dan.
So I guess I'm very, very versed in the UFO stuff since I was 9 years old. I love this stuff.
Cool, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a blast, and I think we're in the most exciting time ever of it. But I guess my question would be, I don't see any scenario where the U.S., Russia, North Korea, and all these in Australia and England.
Yeah, North Korea, true.
I just don't see any scenario where we would all unite and work together. I think just the egos.
We had the 9/11 event, and everybody united to go to war immediately. I think it bypassed Congress and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So create this perceived universal threat and instill enough fear, and you'll get that unity among all nations. That's just, that was one example of whether it happened or didn't happen, or whether it was set up.
Right.
You can move a population pretty quick by creating this phantom menace.
But even if you think about if you think about World War II, which is arguably like the worst atrocities that the world's ever seen, even that, like, the world was divided. Like Japan, Italy, and Germany were like, no, this is all cool. And then the U.S.
They didn't have a common threat.
Well,
they all had self-interest. So the need for individuality and individual interest. even countries that you think would have united with the United States will always go with their own self-interest and will unite with whoever's going to benefit them. Same with our allies. In a real World War III, we'd be shocked by who wouldn't unite with us, and we'd also be equally shocked by countries that would.
Sure. No, I agree.
In a World War III
I agree.
scenario.
I just, I wonder if there's any scenario, whether it would be, if aliens were truly coming here interdimensionally or from space to fuck us up, or if it was fake. I just have a tough time wondering if that could really unify the whole planet. I wonder. It's interesting.
Well, if we're all going to be wiped out by this third party threat, it's a great motivator to work together at that point.
And can I ask you just personally, do you
Why fight with each other when this thing's going to kill all of us?
Right. I get that. Are you a believer that they are here or visiting or have visited?
Yes.
And do you think that they are hostile? Do you think they are kind? Or do you think it's both, somewhere in the middle, or multiple different things visiting?
Neutral. I guess as kind as the scientist is when examining a rat that he's studying.
Wow.
I like
That's
that
cool.
take. Yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
Interesting.
Cool. Thank you, Ryan. I'm going to give it back to Heidi.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to spring that on you.
No problem.
We're going to have him on for a full episode.
Oh yeah, we would love if you came on for a full episode, if you want to.
Okay. Was that something that will go anywhere?
Yes. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you caught me at a good time because I've just been talking to somebody else about all kinds of paranormal topics.
Oh really?
But yeah, but your sister's like, she's like, I need to go to bed. You need. Well, not. I think she just wants someone to watch TV with. I don't think she has any other use for me being in that bed.
We were talking about would it be possible if we could go on Skinwalker Ranch, or is that like not a thing?
No, that's not possible.
No.
No. A, I don't control it, and B, I can barely get on.
Really?
However, why don't you fixate on the other ranch that I can get you on?
Oh, the Blind Frog Ranch?
Hell yeah.
Where is
we could go
it?
on
It'll be
that?
a bigger show anyway.
Where is it?
I can get you onto that. And you're going to have, and I took people to both at this last conference.
Yeah.
They said they had way more fun at Blind Frog than they did at Skinwalker.
Really?
They were more impressed and just felt different, more energy or whatever it is that people.
And where is it? It's in Utah, right?
Yeah, 20 minutes away from Skinwalker Ranch.
Really?
We're in.
We are in.
You'd love it. You guys would love it. It would be absolutely worth your time.
We could do like a podcast live from
Yes.
there.
Yeah, nobody's ever done that. You'd be
Really?
the first. And when this show comes out, remember, it's a reboot of the whole series. We think it's going to... Discovery Channel's putting big money into this being this kind of competitor to Gold Rush and
Nice.
Curse of Oak Island and Skinwalker Ranch, and that's all their target.
Come
They
promote.
think it's going to be bigger. And
Well-
what I went through, it is.
When does it come out? What's your
November. So
Okay.
you could actually have this in as the trailers are running.
Ooh, Ryan.
And nobody knows when it's coming out. So like that's some inside info for you guys.
We have to cut that out of the show?
Is it cool? Is that okay if it's on the show or no?
What you just said.
What's that?
What
I
you
said
just
in my
said?
speech.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
know. You know what? Leave it because it draws some excitement. Like
Okay.
maybe it makes you feel exclusive or something.
Nice.
It's good for the audience,
Great.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Thank you,
All right.
Ryan.
And
Thank
I
you
thought I
so
was
much.
Off the hook. I was recording, damn it.
Okay, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
I
Okay,
too.
love you.
Good
Bye.
luck, guys.
Bye.
Anytime. Bye.
Bye.
We're going. We're gonna go. We're gonna
How
get
fun would
haunted.
that be?
We're gonna get fucking Heartthrob a Hitchhiker. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh my
He's gonna
God.
get this fucking guy's gonna get his ass bitten by a poltergeist. This is gonna be good.
Blind Frog Ranch.
Yep.
So it's its third season, and he's one of the main casts on it.
I have to say that it's not as scary of a name as Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, but it's like he said, people felt more things and see more things.
50% deaf rat ranch. The next one. I'm
He
into it.
saw a lot of shit on there because it's still on. It's on American it's on American Indian land. So you still have
the
that,
Uinta
like,
Basin is where the Skinwalker is, I think?
the Ute. Yep. But it's part of that, I believe.
I'm all in, man.
But there's all these caves, and there's it's rumored that a guy that lived there years ago buried all this a treasure in one of these caves.
I weirdly, more often than I should, I think about how much fucking buried treasure is there on the earth that no one even knows about. How
Especially
deep
the
is it?
ships,
Or like
too,
stuff in the
like-
bottom of the ocean. And,
Yep.
Did you see that Mexican UFO alien hearing where they rolled the bodies out?
What?
Did you or
No.
did you not?
No. Is
How-
this real?
How did you miss this?
Have you seen it?
Of course,
What?
Heidi, it was fucking absolutely everywhere.
Was this last week?
Yes.
I had like no service. Anything that happened last week, I did
Okay.
not know.
Okay.
If it wasn't in the Catskills, I don't
So there was a hearing in Mexico in Congress, in quotes, in the building where Congress happens, where it was supposed to be like Mexico's entry into the UFO discussion. And there was some decent discussion. One of the U.S. Fighter pilots, Ryan Graves, who spoke at the hearing here, he went down there to talk about pilot safety, and he took it very seriously. And the hearing was going fine. And then this guy, Jaime Musan, who's been...
Sounds like a
What?
German, like not Nazi.
Jaime sounds German to you?
What his last name does? Like,
Yeah, Musan.
Jaime Musan.
He's this guy. He's been in the UFO thing for 20 plus years, and I will say that whenever I see him presenting stuff, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. This guy has like, he's been proven to be hoaxing like 44 times, where he like presents video, pictures, or like he presented these aliens in 2017, that these bodies that he said were aliens, but science worked on them like, well, no, these are dog bones and human bones that have been rearranged. Like, this is bullshit. So in Congress, in the, again, quotes, Congress, the building of Congress in Mexico, at the end, this guy Jaime rolled out these, where's the pictures of the...
Jaime.
So this thing laying in a coffin, there were two of them.
Oh, I saw a meme that it was a cake or something like that.
No, well, that someone made it
yeah.
someone made it that. So they opened these like two caskets with these aliens in there. Okay. Mm-hmm. See them? They look like E.T.
E.T.
They look like sandcastle aliens. So, and then they presented
What
all.
are they in? Are they in like silk, or is it sand?
I think it's just I think it's supposed to be like mummified.
Oh, okay.
And then they did a scan where it has these like eggs in its belly. And they said they were carbon dated to be 1,000 years old. And then scans of it and all this fucking shit. So it's bullshit. As I knew it would be, it's complete bullshit.
Oh, it's all fake.
These
right?
these things were proven to be, they might be 1,000 years old, but it's rearranged human bones. And this, and
Jaime.
everyone is like all over the world. Like when the David Grush story came out on June 5th, I feel like it's one of the biggest stories in.
Wait, who's David Grush?
David Grush is the whistleblower, came forward and
Got
said
it.
that
He's the young guy that you showed on
yeah. His story is incredible, absolutely mind blowing to me,
Yeah.
and like no one really cared. And then this fucking absolute horseshit Mexico story. I feel
like it's
listeners.
It's planted.
It's not planted. Well,
No,
it's planted by a liar. I mean,
so we all are like, you're like, oh please, is this all real or is this all?
well, that's
fucking
part of the
hoax?
thing is like it makes a joke. It's a big. It adds to the stigma. It sets the whole thing back, which is
Yep.
what Ryan Graves, the pilot who went down there, tweeted afterwards. He goes, "I came down here with the best intentions. I feel like I was duped, and I'm sorry that I did this. This really sets the entire conversation back."
Wow.
So everyone that sent it to me, thank you for thinking that, for knowing what I'm into, but this is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, that's the government putting it out there. And so it's just like back in the 80s when you'd see like the guy with one tooth going, I saw a flying saucer, and people are like, oh boy, there's Jeb again.
But this
like,
one's not I get that, but this is not the government. This is just one guy who's like a known hoaxer. He's
I'm saying like maybe he's planted there by the government, so we all get a little like,
but no one's
ridiculous.
scared. Everyone's sharing it like, oh, look at this, look how cool, like, and that's weird. But like, the thing is, I just don't understand why no one cares. How does no one care about this stuff?
It's like with the hearing thing. Nobody was talking about it. I'm like, did you watch some of that's crazy?
Three guys speaking under oath.
I mean, is it real? I mean, is it? Yes, it's real. It's a fucking Congress hearing. Like,
under oath.
It wasn't like on Stern or something.
There's data. I mean, there's like radar, FLIR footage. There's tons of testimony.
These guys are vetted by like, it's like not, it was a real thing. I don't know.
So crazy.
People are crazy.
Dave and I have had some heartthrob here. We've had some really fun conversations about whether these things are like, what'd you say? Like feeding off like bad vibes, feeding off bad emotions and sadness and fear.
Yeah, it's one of the theories.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like how that we are farmed here, that we're like put here so they can like feed on our bad vibes.
I like what
sadness.
Ryan said about that we're these rats and they're these scientists who are like, oh my God, let's see what'll happen if we do this. Oh my God. Like they're out of their minds.
Yep.
Let's see if we put the Kardashians on.
Feed them TikTok, see what happens.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kardashians, they're the ones that started the shaker. Yeah. Salad shakers.
I mean, like, come on.
It's pretty good shit.
Salad.
What else we got, Heidi? I think we're about done here, but anything else you want to get off your chest? Off that huge chest of yours?
Yeah. So I saw myself on a horse. My cousin's
You saw yourself on a
boyfriend took some pictures.
Yeah.
And I've never been so disgusted with myself in all my life. I don't understand it. I look like I'm like...
You're like, who's riding who?
Exactly. But my shoulders are like out to here. My boobs are out to here. My head is like I just feel gigantic. But I think I have a little bit of body dysmorphia, or I actually look like that.
I think that you have body dysmorphia, and I think that a lot of people do, and I think every woman does.
Yeah, but there's and I just can't stop fucking eating. I love to eat. So like,
maybe that's part of it. I know that like you were supposed to join me on my sugar-free September. By the way, fucking 18 days in, I'm crushing it. And
I was eating gelato going, what? Oh, I forgot about it. Oh, it's still September?
Ask me how much weight I've lost.
How much weight have you lost?
I'm happy you asked. After 18 days, 1 fucking pound. So annoying.
What are you eating instead of sugar?
Boxes and boxes of Cheez-Its.
And did you try the sugar-free
No, they don't have it.
They do though.
They have at Starbucks. They do. But I'm not eating Starbucks, but I don't think they have it at Coffee Bean.
They do though.
But I'm still just trying to get through the month and see if I can just do it. And then Heartthrob and I we're going on tour in October, and like, there's no way we're not crushing Oreos for 6 weeks. It's not happening. So we're gonna go to town.
Nice.
We're gonna fucking. Can I tell you something, dude?
Yeah.
We on the last couple tours we
fell in love.
We did fall in love. The whole crew fell in love, actually, almost the whole crew. And
you got in the bathroom, like all of you.
Yeah, that was so fun. We got 10 of us in there, but we would get high on edibles. Mm-hmm. Some people would smoke, some people would drink. Heartthrob did it all because he's a fucking maniac. And we would watch Beavis and Butthead and eat Oreos. Was that a Beavis and Butthead impression?
Yeah.
That is dog shit. That's stick to Irish impressions. And I'm really looking forward to, like, we've saved the second season of the new Beavis and Butthead for this tour.
Oh, I forgot I need to watch.
Yeah.
Is it so good?
The first season is unbelievable.
First season is good?
We watched, there's 10 or 12 episodes. We watched all of them.
As good as the old stuff?
Better. This is I will say without any question, this is the best era of Beavis and Butthead there's ever been.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Correct.
Wow. But it's so good. We've saved the second season for this tour, and I'm very much looking forward to being on the road with this crew and doing some shows and doing some fun shit. And
how long are you gone for?
6 weeks. It's a long one.
And when do you get back?
Like November 20th or something like that. So
Then
right before Thanksgiving.
we can go to Blind Frog.
Yes. Get some fucking hitchhikes. Come back. Be
We
haunted.
could
Get killed.
drive there.
Yes, of course we will.
Yeah.
I would love to. Please.
That'd be fun.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll meet
do it for sure.
Ryan there.
Yep. All right, Heidi. We talked about the top, but I would like you to do what you do.
Top of the morning to you. What are we doing? What? The top? The bottom? What'd you say? What did you just say?
I didn't say either
You
of
said
those
we
words.
talked about it at the top.
At the top of the show.
And what did we talk about at the top of the show?
Okay.
Your ball sack?
No. Jesus Christ.
Patreon.
Thank you. You've done 150 episodes or something.
Patreon.
You just keep saying the word.
Patreon.com/rareformradio.
What?
Was that good?
Really, really good.
Was that right?
It was very right. What can people do there?
You can go and pick a tier. And maybe have.
All right, thank you everybody for listening. This has been
tier.
shed a tear. No, we don't want to shed tears. We want to add tears.
Add tiers.
Bring the tears.
Add tiers.
Yeah.
Add some tiers. I don't know. Add some tiers. No, you have to join and pick. You pick a tier. $5, $10, $20, $20. Sucky fucky all night long.
Dude, if you're offering sucky fuckies, we're going to make so much money. What tier is a sucky fucky tier?
That's a $5.
Whoa.
Take that off.
No. Bull fucking shit. That's what I'm going to put that in every 5 minutes. We're going to edit like $5.
Oh my God. We did karaoke and my cousin and her friend sang Me So Horny. And in the beginning, it's like, it says that. That's why I said that.
I know, but so basically to get this straight, if you join our Patreon for $20 a month, you get bonus episodes with video. You get it like an advanced notice stuff. No,
I've never said that before.
Can you please not interrupt me? Daddy is speaking. $20 gets you bonus episode with video, bonus content. $10 gets you bonus show a month, one bonus show a month. Just audio only, but $5 gets you nothing special except for sucky fucky from Heidi, which has just been confirmed.
I need to shoot.
Sign up
Higher.
Well, you said it, $5. So at least the first month. If you sign up, $5 a month, I promise you'll get sucky fucky from Heidi.
Oh my God.
But you have to travel.
Gross.
You have to travel to LA. What are your terms? Like what can they?
No, I said it wrong.
No, you didn't. What are they allowed to do to you physically?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So it's like your relationship.
Exactly.
$5 sucky fucky. Sign up on Patreon. Heartthrob, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming back and being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Heidi.
He's so cute.
I know.
You guys are so cute
So
together.
recently we did a bonus episode on Patreon for the month of September. We had our listener Adam DeVille, wonderful man,
Beautiful
interview
man.
us for a change, which you can find on Patreon. And you were also talking about gargling his balls because he was handsome. Who is more handsome between Adam and Heartthrob? And I'm putting you on the spot. Who you have to be with one.
You put that in my mouth.
I did not do that.
You said that.
I'm not on the $5 tier.
You said
sucky
that.
fucky for the damn man.
I never said that I gargles. Ugh. I'm kind of in a man hater space at the moment. Me and my
Karen
friends
shit.
are like, no, just like I don't want anybody to touch me. Oh.
Because of how good we fuck and how smart we are and how good we drive.
Left alone. I want to read a book or something.
That's all. It's all well and good. Your
But
feelings, blah blah blah.
Who's more
attractive, Adam or
I
Heartthrob
can't
on the
say
spot?
that. So they're so different.
Let's go through the pros and cons and we'll get out of here. Give me let's head to toe Heartthrob pros and cons, and we're going to do Adam head to toe.
I don't know them that.
Heartthrob, stand up, take your clothes off.
Well, I know that Heartthrob likes to do things on planes. That's what he said.
And stuff.
Hand stuff.
Sorry, Mom.
And Adam, I think,
Wait,
likes
does your
butt
mom
stuff.
listen to this?
No.
Oh,
No, thank God. We got to keep moms away from this as much as possible.
they're both very attractive guys.
Okay, can I
And
also?
their own like Heartthrob I'd want to take to to Utah and go on like a camping trip, and like I can see him like in a flannel, and like
Are you not a flannel guy?
or like a plaid,
Okay.
a plaid shirt, like
Basically a flannel, but
chopping wood.
oh, okay. The beard is it is a lumberjacky type outdoors. You have an outdoorsy beard
Yeah.
for a guy that isn't outside much, which is
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
But Adam, what do you want to do with him?
Adam, I'd want to go through a maze in back of a huge castle and giggle and have tea and
So he's gay?
no, like you know how you see like movies and
Yeah,
they
of
laugh
course.
through the maze.
I also wanna tell you,
and then
Adam-
it starts to rain. And you're like,
Adam
oh
is
my
like
God.
he's like 6'4" as well. He's very tall. So does that did it just pump him up past heartthrob a little bit? You like
No,
tall
they're
guys?
both very attractive men.
If one of them,
But I'm not saying I can't. I don't want to talk like that because I don't think I'd want.
We just did for
I don't
5
think
minutes,
I want
but-
my boyfriend to pick a girl.
it's just fantasy, baby.
Fantasy, like football, fantasy.
Yep, this is just like fantasy football. Apparently, I think your team, both guys. You'd be a horrible, yeah.
Yeah, because they're so different.
So
They're
you
both
heard
very
it here
attractive.
first. $5 tier, you can watch Heidi take on Heartthrob and Adam at the same time. Heidi Fingercuffs, her new
I don't
name.
think anybody would want to see me do anything.
I think you'd be surprised what people want to see. Comment below if you want to see Heidi naked on Patreon.
I don't know what my pants.
Don't-
Can I do that on Patreon?
$50 tier, you can watch Heidi piss herself. Personal videos of her wetting her pants. Oh, this has been fun, guys.
Oh, number 255. What I say before?
You said 55, but you didn't do it with an Asian accent. But you just
55. I did not do an Asian accent just now. I didn't
what
need
was that?
to.
What accent was that?
255.
You said
255.
255. Dumpling 255. You want fried rice?
I didn't mean to.
You did do that.
But I didn't mean to though. I was
You
I'm
accident-
sweating,
Heidi,
turning red.
if the lawyers are listening, Heidi was racist on accident. She didn't mean to be racist. It happens. I think she slips into it sometimes. She goes back into her Wisconsin
I
roots.
feel like Russell Brand now.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Poor
I'll save that for another. Don't say poor Russell. Poor women. What are you talking about?
I mean, like just everybody involved.
But Russell
Well, I think a
specifically.
lot of people who have his issues, and I know you want to stop the
No,
show.
it's
I'm
fine.
sorry. Who have his issues, who used and
Rape
were
issues.
high, and like you know, like stuff is gonna come back.
Yeah.
Especially if you're famous.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're
Which is why
famous.
I don't want to be famous. I don't want my past to catch up with me with all those murderers.
Oh.
Yeah. But in my defense, I did only murder kids. And on that
Nice.
note, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode of Rare Fun.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.